Hey, my friend Stephen Brooks here, and I teach traders that have $25,000 or more in their trading accounts how to generate a very reliable salary, really trading even as little as 5 minutes a week. Plus, we use an AI automated trading bot that really helps significantly with not only the profitability, but also substantially reducing the amount of time required to get pretty good results. And I shot a video the other day with the title of Why Trading Courses Suck. And the reason, for those that didn't watch that video, the reason why trading courses suck is not because the material is bad, is not because the trading guru sucks, is not because the trading is difficult, is not because somebody scammed you, and it is mostly because the level of engagement is incredibly low. If you remember back to that video, and if you didn't watch that video, I'll give you the 60-second synopsis. We had two programs that were identical. They had the same amount of coaching each week. They had the same amount of customer support. They had the same material in the membership area. They had the same, groups, like in Telegram, for example. In program A, 23% of the students in that program said they would recommend the program or service to a friend or family, which is pretty low, right? That's less than 1 out of 4. You can do all the different things you want in the program. You can measure anything else that you want. But at the end of the day, the single most important metric that I have in any of my coaching programs or services is, would you recommend this program to a friend or family? And 23% is not very good at all. So over the course of a couple of years, we have done a lot of different things. We've tried a lot of different things. And ultimately, we were able to get the exact same program to a 92% rate, where the students in that program, the clients, the customers of that program said they would recommend the program to friends and family. So that's worlds of a change, especially in the trading niche, which a lot of people think is a very difficult niche. We were able to go from a 23% recommendation rate to 92%. And I got a lot of emails. I didn't get a lot of comments on YouTube about that actual video, but I got a lot of emails about it, mostly from people who were really ticked off and really angry with the comments, the content in that video. It obviously struck a nerve for a number of people. So because that particular video struck a huge nerve with people, I'm going to double down on the exact same topic. The reason I'm going to double down on the exact same topic is because, again, this is the beginning of my 7th year actually coaching individual traders and investors. I've had over 6,000 students during that time. And I will tell you that I know very much for a fact, based on the information that I've been privy to with those customers over the past 6 years, is that success in trading and failure in trading almost never has to do with the actual trades. Like, almost never has to do with the actual trades. And success or failure in trading mostly has to do with the things you can control outside of the actual trades. So when I shot that video the other day, and when I got a number of emails from people who were just irate from what I had to say, I had my team go on another little bit of an experiment. I said, hey, go through all of the customer support emails that we have received over the past year. So this would be from March of 2023 to March of 2024. Now, mind you, I had the business operating in 2018, 19, 20, 21, and 22. But because I wanted to shoot this video today and not wait weeks or months to be able to shoot this video, I just said, hey, get all of the customer support emails from the last year. So again, that's March 2023 to March 2024. And I want you to bucket them. Customers are unhappy. Customers are happy. Now, by the way, this wasn't overly difficult because at the beginning of 2023, we started actually making a note next to each of these customer support requests. Were they positive or negative? So actually getting those for 2023 was not very difficult. But what I did was I said, okay, go through all of the positive ones. Then, number 1, see the open rate on the emails that we send to people who are giving us positive remarks. So that's the first thing. So the first thing is the open rate. The second thing is go and see the last time that person logged into the membership area, right? So we call that last logged in. And then number 3, whatever you could surmise from the actual email, right? The contents of that email, of the system or the methodologies that those traders or those students tried, how many times did they try it? So we'll call that kind of frequency. So again, a lot of people were super pissed off at the video that I shot the other day, which of course struck a nerve with a number of people, because really what it showed was people who were upset because there's so much negative press about the trading industry, about gurus like myself, about this guy's a scam, this guy lied, this guy's a scam, this guy whatever. And the reality of the situation is, at least from my perspective, while there certainly is always room for improvement in the internet marketing space, whether it's teaching people about real estate, teaching people about trading, teaching people about taxes, teaching people how to build a business, everyone could always do a much better job of being a little bit more honest about the results that they're able to get themselves. But by and large, the video, and I'll post a link in the actual description so you all can go ahead and see it. But by and large, the reason why people were not giving good remarks and were not able to recommend the program or service to a friend or family was it basically weren't doing it at all, like at all. And then when we figured out a way, and it took years, but when we eventually figured out a way to actually get people to engage, this exact same program went from a 23 to a 92% referral rate. So I said, hey team, go back over the last year, go through all of our customer support emails where somebody's telling us about either they like it or don't, they're getting good results, bad results, whatever, bucket them into positive results, into negative results, and really try to find out the 3 questions. Number 1, what percentage of emails for the program that we send to the customer do they open? Now, we don't know if they read them. We don't know if they just skimmed over them, but at least they opened them, right? Because for the most part, whenever we as the actual company are communicating out, it is mostly happening over email, right? The second question was, when was the last time they logged in to the membership portal? Now, that means when was the last time they logged into either our community where they're communicating with one another or the actual membership site? And then the last one was, what was the frequency or how long did they actually try the thing that they were either saying good things about or they were saying negative things about? Because again, like I said before, like I said at the beginning of this video, like I will say multiple times during this video is, in my humble opinion, success in trading has literally nothing to do with actual trading. Almost never has to do with actual trading. So based on the kind of the path I wanted my team to go down, I'm going to go ahead and give you the results right now. And this is going to strike a chord with a lot of people, but the reality is, look, it's your money. My guess is you would like to be successful. And actually, if you want to model the people who, at least who I work with, who are really successful, really isn't difficult at all. So, question number 1. What was the average open rate of customers when they wrote either a positive or a negative experience email to us? So we'll start with the positive. So the average open rate for emails from people who sent us positive remarks, meaning either they said, hey, I like the program, I like the coach, that was a really good session, whatever it is, or I've made X amount of money. The average open rate for those who were happy, 81%. Right, so the average student of ours from March of 2023 to March of 2024 who said positive things in an email to us, the average open rate via the emails, which again is the main mode of communication or the main way that we communicate to our customers, is 81%. If we go over to the people who gave us negative remarks, what was the average email open rate? What was the average email open rate from those who said, hey, this is not what I thought it was going to be when I bought it. Your stuff sucks. You're a scam. You're a fraud. All those things. The average email open rate was 13%. the average email open rate from those who said negative things to us, saying the program sucked, you're a scam, whatever, was 13%. And inversely, from those who said positive things, hey, your coaching session was great, I love the coaches, I love the program, I'm getting amazing results, your system's awesome, 81%. So yet again, another measurable metric without bias, because numbers don't lie, showing that the difference between those who are successful and not successful continues to come back to engagement. Now let's see if the rest of this were right about that. Question number 2. When was the last time the customer who wrote the email logged in? Now again, that could be either logging into the membership area like on a website, or it could be just logging into our customer communication platforms, which are either Discord or Telegram. For those who wrote in a positive remark, the average person logged into either, again, the Telegram, the Discord, or the actual membership area within the last 72 hours. The average last time somebody logged in who wrote negative comments to us was 44 days ago. Was 44 days ago. Interesting. Question number 3. What was the frequency, right? What could we gauge? Now, I will tell you that this one is a little bit less pure data and a little bit more, hey, we have to kind of surmise everywhere we can how long somebody was working for. So for example, if somebody's like, hey, I've been doing this strategy for 3 months and it sucks, well, like that's clear that person was doing that strategy for 3 months. If somebody said, hey, I tried this trade yesterday and it didn't work, what we did was we kind of took the liberty to say they've been doing that for 1 day. So for the people who wrote positive remarks, what was the frequency that they tried the strategy? The average one comes out to 3 times a week. For 2 months. 3 times a week on average for 2 months. Okay? Now, let's compare that to the people that wrote negative things. Stephen, you're a fraud. Your stuff sucks. It's a scam. Blah, blah, blah. All you gurus suck. Right? Those kind of people. What was the average frequency that they tried the actual strategy or system? Twice is the response. Twice. So I shot a video a couple days ago with the title of Why Courses Suck. And they don't suck because they're actually as bad as anyone thinks. They suck because the engagement level is horrendous. And when we tried to do another study, which we just kind of gave you the answers to, the results came out identical. The results came out literally exactly the same. Engagement. The greater the engagement, the better the result. The worse the engagement, the worse the result. Right? So again, the 3 questions that we went through today are: number 1, what's the email open rate from a customer who gives us either a positive or a negative response? Those who give us a negative response, it's 13%. Those who give us a positive response is 81%. Again, we're not talking about actual trading yet, are we? Question number 2, when was the last time somebody either logged into the membership area or our kind of communication channels, which are split between Discord and Telegram? Those who claim to be successful with our stuff in the last 72 hours they logged in. Those who say we're a total scam and ripoff, 44 days. Yikes. Does that have anything to do with the moving average or some sort of a crossover trade? No. Last one. What was the frequency that they tried the system or strategy that they either said good things about or negative things about? And again, this one was a little bit... We did take some liberties on this one because some you can definitely surmise, some you can't. we tried to take the ones that we could really surmise the best and basically throw everything else out. What is the frequency that they actually do the thing? Those who are successful, 3 times a week for 2 months. Those who aren't successful, twice total. So again, it comes back to engagement. Now, again, how are we able to take the same program and have a 23% referral rate and turn it into the exact same program that has a 92% referral rate? Well, what we know is that a lot of traders, for whatever reason, it may be because they buy 50 different courses. It may be because they subscribe to 30 different newsletters. It may be because they are looking at so many different things in a given day when it comes to the market that they don't have enough bandwidth mentally to focus on a smaller number of things. But the reality is, as a business, as a company, our goal is to get a greater percentage of our students to be more successful. And again, we surmise that. We understand if that's true or not based on our referral rate, right? Based on our referral rate, we surmise that if it worked or it didn't work type of thing. And what I could tell you is we've tried for years to add more coaching, more trades, more ideas, more videos, more emails. And of course, as you probably figured out by now, that didn't move the needle even 1 inch. The only way we were able to move the needle in terms of getting a huge, going from basically 1 out of 4 people being successful to maybe 8, 9, or 10 out of 10 people being successful with the program, was forcing engagement. So how can this help you, right? Because not everyone out there is going to buy any of my programs. And by the way, don't worry about it. But if the difference after 6,127 customers between those who do well and those don't do well is level of engagement, the cool thing is that's something you have 100% control over. And you have 100% control over how you spend your time. Now, again, you might say, I have a 9 to 5, I have a boss. That's fine. But you don't work 8 hours the full day. You're on your phone, you're on the internet, you're talking to your friends, you're at lunch, and then before you have to be at work, you make your own time. After you have to be at work, you make your own time type of thing. So you do kind of decide roughly, some people a little bit more than others, what you do with your time. And what I can tell you is, the greater the participation, the greater the engagement, the better the result with the exact same program. With the exact same program. And again, from our perspective, we certainly know we tried a lot of different things. We've kissed a lot of frogs when it comes to, how can we get people more engaged? How can we get them to do the thing that they said they wanted to do? We've certainly figured out that process. But from you as just an individual trader who manages their own portfolio, who looks to make an extra income, an additional income source, if you want to get better, whatever program you have, whatever system you're following, whatever strategy you're following, it is clear that the simplest way to get better, right? Some people need extra coaching, totally. But it's pretty clear based on going through these 2 surveys, the one we did today and then the one we did a couple days ago. It's really clear looking at these numbers here, right? They really don't lie. It's really clear looking at these numbers. The students who engage the most get the best results. And rather than spending your time going on messaging boards, talk about how this company is a scam, this company is a scam, this company is a scam. Think about that for a second. You're spending your time on the internet, hours, bitching and moaning and complaining about some of these gurus, when it's super clear that if you actually spent that time engaging in the program that you purchased, you would have infinitely better odds of being successful with that program. So again, I teach traders with $25,000 or more in their portfolios how to generate a very reliable salary, really trading as little as 5 minutes a week. Plus we have an AI automated trading bot. We get engagement in our programs. And because of that, the group as a total, so I'm shooting this video March 8th, 2024. The group as a total, because we measure everyone's results every single week, The group as a total hasn't had a losing week since July of 2023. So August, September, October, November, December, January, and February. So 7 months in a row. 7 months in a row, the group as a total, 7 months in a row, the group as a total has made a profit each week. So obviously there's been a profit every single month, but we like to break it down by week because the goal is weekly income. So we've gone 7 months without having the group as a total losing money on a single week. 7 months. And the material that we provide in that group that gives us a 92% referral rate is the exact same material that we provided in a group that gave us a 23% referral rate. The difference is the people in that first group who haven't had a losing week since July, they engage. They really, really engage. So again, if you're watching this video and you're upset about what I'm saying, that's okay. It's all good. Think about this for a second. Do you have control over using the program? Do you have control over asking questions, if you have them, to the company who you bought the program for? Do you have control over learning the material? You have control over all of that. So it may be a good idea for those, rather than spending hours complaining about other gurus, and by the way, people have complained about me too, but rather than spending all your time complaining about all these said gurus who quote unquote screwed you or who were a scam, ask yourself, did I engage in the program even remotely at a level where I should expect positive results? Did I engage in the program even remotely at a level where I should expect positive results? 9 times out of 10, the answer is going to be no if you're being honest with yourself. And 1 time out of 10, the answer is going to be yes. And truthfully, not every single program is going to be very successful. So again, I continue to see this year after year after year. And it puzzled me the first couple years. We didn't really understand this until really 2022. That it has nothing to do with more education, more coaching, more videos, more PDFs, more emails, right? We thought it was just that. Give them more, give them more, give them more, give them more. We thought it was just that. But when reality, it is actually about us as a company forcing engagement. Because clearly people don't really do it themselves. So you have to force it on them. And we certainly have ways to do that. And when you do force it on them, they finally get the result that they were hoping for. And again, if you're somebody out there who has complained about a coaching program or you bought a course or something like that, again, you should really only be complaining if you engage in that program, even remotely close to the level that is required to get a positive outcome. I'll see you in the next video.